Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to the F1 Word and to some news from Renault regarding their 2021 driver lineup, and yes, he is back. Earlier today, the team confirmed that Fernando Alonso will be rejoining the team again and will partner Esteban Ocon when Daniel Ricciardo leaves at the end of this year. I will, of course, give some of my thoughts on all of this a little bit later in the video, but let's start as we always do with a look at what the team and Alonso had to say. In a statement confirming the deal, Cyril Abiteboul said, "The signing of Fernando Alonso is part of Renault's plan to continue its commitment to Formula 1 and to return to the top of the field. The strength of the bond between him, the team and the fans make him a natural choice. In addition to past successes, it is a bold mutual choice as well as a project for the future. His experience and determination will enable us to get the best out of each other to take the team towards the excellence that modern Formula 1 demands. He will also bring to our team, which has grown very fast, a culture of racing and winning to overcome hurdles together. Alongside Esteban, his mission will be to help Renault prepare for the 2022 season in the best possible conditions." And Fernando Alonso himself added to that by saying, "Renault is my family, my fondest memories in Formula 1 with my 2 World Championship titles, but I'm now looking ahead. It is a great source of pride, and with an immense emotion I'm returning to the team that gave me my chance at the start of my career and which now gives me the opportunity to return to the highest level. Their progress this winter gives credibility to the objectives for the 2022 season, and I will share all my racing experience with everyone from the engineers to the mechanics and my teammates. The team wants and has the means to get back on the podium, as do I." There we have it then. Fernando Alonso will be back in Formula 1 next year and back with Renault for his third stint with the team, of course. I mean, where to start with this? I suppose, first of all, this isn't really a huge shock in the sense that it's been rumoured for a while. Just one of those things that's been floating around since it was announced that Ricciardo was on his way to McLaren next year. And it did feel almost inevitable because the team really wanted a marquee name, and with all due respect to their junior drivers and Esteban Ocon, none of those are that yet. And I guess that's kind of the key here, experience. That's something they lack, as to the likes of Alonso, Hülkenberg and even Vettel were always going to be linked with that seat. Renault need a fast, experienced driver, and Alonso is both of those and so much more. I'm very conflicted with this announcement though. Formula 1 is billed as the pinnacle of motorsport, and so if that's the case, it should feature the best drivers in the world. And Alonso is one of the best drivers in the world right now. I don't think many would dispute that. So yeah, in that sense, it's great to see him back. We want to see the best drivers going head-to-head in Formula 1. Here's the thing though, and it's not an Alonso-specific thing, but there is so much young talent out there right now, and that includes some of the names in Renault's own academy. And for me, the likes of Kimi Raikkonen and Fernando Alonso have both sort of had their time, and it would be great to see some fresh blood entering the sport. I'd personally much rather see Guan Yu Zhou get a shot than see Alonso return in that respect. Again, though, that's alright for me to say, but Renault have got to do what's right for them. And when you've got a car that needs a lot of development if it's going to get anywhere near the top 3 teams, the feedback from a driver like Alonso could be invaluable. And actually, with an extra year now until the new regulations come into force, the timing is almost kind of perfect for them. It gives Renault the time to really work with Alonso whilst designing and building their 2022 car. So I'm not doubting the reasons behind their decision, they are sound. I just would have liked to have seen some of their youngsters get their chance, but again, with Ocon, that's a very inexperienced lineup. I just hope that the right Alonso turns up. The last thing Renault need is toxicity running through that team at what could be a crucial moment when it comes to deciding on their long-term future in the sport. They're going to need everybody, drivers included, all pulling in the right direction if they're going to make any progress and convince their shareholders that their long-term future is in Formula 1. Look, although I don't really dislike Fernando, I mean, I'm not his biggest fan, but that goes back to the days when he was battling Michael Schumacher. I'll get over it eventually, it's fine. But I'm not really thrilled to see him back for some of the reasons I've already mentioned, the toxicity, the fact I feel like he's had his time, and I'd rather see some new blood in the sport. Then again, maybe he's coming in for a couple of years to help Renault with the view to one of their young drivers taking over when he leaves. I don't know, I'll tell you what I am though, I'm sort of baffled by his decision. He complained constantly about how much he disliked the state of Formula 1 and then eventually decided to walk away, which is fine by the way. If you are not enjoying doing something, then you shouldn't keep doing it. But all his talk was about the frustration of not being competitive, not being able to fight for wins and titles. And he was pretty adamant that he wouldn't return unless it was with a team who could offer him a car capable of doing that. So to then join Renault, who, let's not forget, were in a worse position than McLaren last year, the team he left having said all that, to join Renault feels odd. Basically, I'm not surprised Renault went for him, but I'm initially surprised that he said yes to them. I mean, perhaps it was the chance to rejoin a team he knows very well that was the draw. Maybe the new cost cap tempted him back because it could help level the playing field. Maybe the new regulations for 2022, or maybe, just maybe, after a couple of years away, he realised just how much he really does love Formula 1 and was desperate to return. I have a feeling it's probably the latter. Long story short, like I say, whilst I'm not his biggest fan, Formula 1 is supposed to be about the best drivers, and so if Alonso is available, he's going to attract interest, and it is probably the right choice for a team in Renault's position. And you know, if nothing else, it is going to be fascinating to see how he gets on. He does seem to have some unfinished business, and it will be cool to see just what he can do with that Renault. And if they can give him a car that is quick enough to compete, he will, I have no doubt whatsoever, be right towards the front end of the field fighting with the best. And who wins in all of that? The fans do. So I guess, over to you, Renault. That is it for this video then, but what are your thoughts on the return of Fernando Alonso? Are you happy? Are you annoyed? Are you a bit indifferent? You can, as always, let me know in the comment section down below. Now, I will be back soon with more content as ever, but in the meantime, don't forget you can, of course, follow me over on social media, and all of the links you need for that are in the description down below. But as ever, thank you for watching, and hopefully I will catch you again in the next one. Bye-bye.